Hello lovelies and welcome to the channel. It's Chrissy with you today, and it's my turn to show you something new that I've been doing with the awesome July kits. So as you can see, I have out the printables. Now every month in the main and the project life we get some printables. Now these are designed by the lovely Deb on the design team, and they're included in your kit as an exclusive from Kitaholics. And this month I decided to use them up and make some DIY embellishments. This is something very new for me. I don't tend to make DIY embellishments, but I thought I never use all of these printables, and they're just sitting with my past kits and they're really great. Like, I'll use a label here and there and I'll use a lot of the elements, but I could be doing so much more with them. So I challenged myself this month to try something new. I knew I wanted to do some DIY embellishments, but I didn't have much thought to it until I went through my kit and found the printables, and I thought I could do everything I wanted to do with these and a few little bits and pieces themselves. So I have saved you the trouble of watching me cut everything out. It did take a while. The new label printable that you get is fantastic for this. I cut out a whole bunch of labels, and then I cut out a lot of the elements from the printables and some of the phrases. Pretty much, okay, no, everything I have cut out has been just from the printables alone. Then you can see I've gone through my plate of awesomeness, which, if you don't know what I'm talking about, that's what I referred to this little 4-compartment plate where I put all my embellishments. It's my plate of awesomeness. I just pull a few random things out of there from the die cut pieces and the ephemera packs. I don't actually use a lot of them. I tend to just stick with things I've cut out from the printables. So now I'm just going to start putting it all together. This process did take me a little while. About halfway through you'll see that it cuts to a new day. And yeah, so all I've done is I've cut out the labels. Now I've tried to put them in groups of labels, secondary images, and then, you know, like a focal image or a phrase or something. And then I'm just trying to piece it together. As you can see, I do try and make the ephemera pieces work, but I don't have much luck. And some of the bigger ones are a bit hard to use. So what I am doing, I'm grabbing one of the bigger pieces, generally a label, and then I'm finding mostly one of the 1-inch cutouts, or one of the hearts, or one of the icons or pictures, and I'm adding that, and then I'm adding a phrase, or as you can see I've cut out some of the tiny words. I use those. I've used some of the other elements from the kits, and then I'm just putting them together. I'm generally aiming for about 3 pieces. Some of these I absolutely love, some not so much. I don't hate any of them. Some are more elaborate, I should say. I've put more elements into some as opposed to others. Others there might be just 2 pieces on there because, you know, I wasn't very creative. Like I mentioned, this is a new activity for me. I've never made my own embellishments. I've seen many videos on YouTube of people doing it their way. So this was new, and I really did want to use up as many of these printables as I absolutely could. So the best part about this activity is going, not only am I using up more of my kit and more of these fabulous printables, but I'm also going to have a coordinated set of embellishments that I can use on any layouts that I make with this kit, as well as anything else. But specifically because I have used the printables and the die cuts from this kit, I know that everything I make now is going to match any layout I might do with these kits, which is really awesome. I did a layout up on my channel recently featuring an embellishment that I made from this video here. It was a very simple layout. I didn't really do a lot because I had a mixed media background, and I didn't really want to embellish a lot. I wanted to write a story based on a photo, and I just felt it needed something, so I got one of these embellishments out and it worked perfectly, and I didn't have to do much to the layout because it looked like I'd done a lot of work when really I hadn't. It was pre-made, it was all ready to go. So that's, you know, one of the bonuses of making these embellishments. I definitely think this is something I will continue to do most months because, like I was saying, these printables are really fantastic, and they're really well coordinated with the kits, and I never use them all. I don't use nearly enough of these printables, so I think I will definitely be making more of these each month. And it's a great fun activity when you're feeling like doing something creative but don't want to get stuck into a layout or anything. It's a really good activity to do. I think cutting up all the pieces took me the longest. You will see very soon that I actually run out of labels and things, so I have to go back and cut some more. and it is a new day by then because I did run out of time. I was losing light. It was late in the afternoon when I decided to start this for some reason, and I was losing light. And I find that when I turn my my light on, as opposed to natural light, it just doesn't look as good. So you will notice a distinct change in the lighting soon because I start again the next day, and it's much colder, so I do have a jumper on. But it did take me, I did do this over 2 days. It was a long process. I found that creative wise, as I was getting towards the end of the bits and pieces, it was harder for me to find things to put together, mostly because I was just limiting myself. As you can see, I've had to now go and cut more labels out. Yeah, I ran out. I find that the bigger the label you start with, the easier it is to use up some of these bigger pieces. So that was something I definitely learnt. It was a lot of fun, a great activity, and really cool. I've never done it before, so I was really happy with how these turned out, considering I'd never made my own embellishment clusters before. If you've watched any of my videos, you know that I do struggle with clusters. It's about here that I decide to actually add a few other things. As you can see from the earlier on in the video, I was only adding paper pieces. It's around about now that I think, hang on, I've got lots of tiny wood veneer in my plate of awesomeness, and I've got gems. I should really use those as well. So that's what I'm doing. I'm going through finding some of the wood veneer that came in the kit as well, like those little butterflies and little hearts. They were perfect for this activity. And I'm adding some gems. It's around about now that I'm actually getting into the flow of this activity and realizing that, you know, I can add more things, and yeah, having a lot of fun with it. I'm having to file down my circles. Even when circles have lines and to cut out, I'm really bad at cutting straight circles. I always end up with jagged edges. I was really happy that I was finally able to use one of these tickets. You'll notice that I poured out a couple, but I wasn't able to make it work on anything. I was finally able to make one. This is the only ticket I have used. Let me know in the comments below, how do you use the tickets that we got in the kit? I would love to hear your ideas because I'm really struggling with it. I really love them and I want to use them. Not quite sure how to make them work. So I was really excited that I managed to get one on an embellishment. So that was an achievement for me. This is one of those activities where you really could do this for a long time and come up with many different combinations. I don't end up using everything I have cut out, but well, I could keep cutting out bigger labels and keep going with this, but I feel that I've got enough by the time I'm done, and it was definitely a great start for me. I will be very interested to see how I go using these in my layouts, or in my upcoming layouts. So that's going to be another challenge. Making them is one thing, using them is another. So this is really a good activity. If you want to use up the bits and pieces from your kits, I would highly recommend giving this a go, because obviously you could use the pattern paper, punch out shapes, use your stamps, all sorts of things. I just wanted to limit myself to the printables because I had so many and I hadn't used them nearly nearly enough as I could. So that was a mouthful. So that's what I wanted to do. But yeah, all your leftover scraps that you have from after you do your layouts, your stamps, your bits of ephemera, absolutely anything. This is such a great idea to use up all those bits and pieces. So I highly recommend give it a go and see what you come up with. If you do manage to do this or give something like this a go, we'd love to see what you come up with. We'd love to see all the projects that you guys do. Head on over to the members Facebook group if you're a subscriber. We would absolutely love to hear from you and see what you do with your kits. So I'm just finishing up the last few touches to a few of these, adding a bit more wood veneer and a bit of bling, and then that's going to be it. I decide to, you know, that I've done enough. I am going to show you very quickly each of the embellishments I made, but there is a photo at the end that you can pause and have a good look at if you really want to see how I put what I've done and what I made. So that's it from me for this video, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this. Let us know in the comments below. We do love to hear what kind of videos you like. So if you've liked this one, let me know and I'll maybe do some more in the upcoming months. But we do like to hear what you guys like to see from our videos and our projects. So give us a heads up and let us know. So thanks for watching, and I will be back real soon with more. Bye for now.